Okay, so you asked me, specifically Namai asked me how to use this index group node I created. So that's exactly what I am going to do. Show you how you can use this stuff in action and actually animate something cool with that. Let's start with explaining how it works in case you didn't watch this tutorial. So you have this node group, you have factor, at once value, instances, and sort weight. You plug your instances into the instances socket, and by dragging the factor slider, you're assigning a custom attribute called action to each object. It's basically a value between 0 and 1. 0 meaning that the object hasn't taken action yet, and 1 saying it's done doing its thing. If you move the slider slowly, you'll see in the spreadsheet that this value is a bit different for each of these objects. So, in short, you can use this action attribute to control other things: location, rotation, scale, X, Y, Z, everything. So let's start with the easiest one to comprehend. Position. Add a set position node, put it here, and bring our custom named attribute, type here, action, to just recall this data. Plug it into the offset socket and boom! By dragging the slider again, you see objects moving one by one. And you can change which objects start first, which last, etc. You basically can set the order of them doing something. That's why you have this sort weight thing here. Let me show you an example. Take the X from position of each instance and look. Now this one is moving first as it had the highest X value. You can use distances, custom attributes, IDs, everything here. But also, let's talk about this field here. At once, in my mind, means how many objects/instances should do something at the same time. So let's set it to 2. As we drag the slider, you'll see that the first cube starts doing its thing, and when it's at the middle point, AK, has its action attribute equal 0.5, the next one in the queue starts. It's really that simple. Okay, now it's time for the fun thing, animating these. As our action attribute is between 0 and 1, we can use a float curve for various effects. For example, an overshoot effect, a bounce effect, back effect, castle effect. Okay, maybe too far. But let's take a look at the overshoot effect. You create a float curve and reshape it to something like that. You check the latest point's second value, height, and divide it by this value. This way, you're always getting 1 when the action is done. Just get your calculator, divide a number by the same number, you'll get 1. And that's cool because now we can use a mix node. Plug the result into the factor, and very important, uncheck this clamp factor. We don't want our value to get clamped. And set the B value to something. Boom, you control the effect scale. Now let's maybe rotate these instances. Take this node, combine XYZ and our action attribute to any of these, and yeah, they are rotating now. Same for scale, scale instances, mix node, and so on. I must say, since I created this index group, I use it in basically every project. Even in this video, I made a tutorial about it. Please watch it. I used it to make some of the rocks stop. Also, in this one, instead of losing my hair animating each of these objects, I've just put them into one collection and brought this collection into the nodes and used this group. Okay, so that's quite cool, but if you want to understand how it works and learn some geometry node stuff, watch this tutorial. And yeah, you can like and subscribe, but no pressure.